Welcome. We're looking at the chemical properties of alkenes. This is lesson 3. So we have done 2 lessons. We know that alkenes they are reactive. They are reactive due to double bond. So the double bond makes so due to the double bond. Now what happens that the double bond breaks. The double bond breaks during the reaction. So when the double bond breaks, it is in order to accommodate other atoms to be attached. So we'll just say this is in order to allow other atoms to be attached to. That's the reason why the double bond breaks, and because of double bonds, the alkenes they are reactive. So under chemical properties, the first chemical property is what we call combustion. Now combustion, we know that combustion deals with oxygen, and the product mostly is carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide when oxygen is insufficient. So during this reaction, we'll find that water and carbon dioxide are produced. So I'm just writing simple notes. That is what we're expecting to see. The reaction is exothermic. So when you say exothermic, means it is produced. So exothermic reaction is a reaction where it is produced. So that's a simple explanation on alkenes and the chemical properties. So combustion, for example, so we'll say e.g. we are going to get the first member, which is ethane. So the first member, which is ethane, so ethane C2H4. Then we need to know that combustion deals with oxygen, so this one plus oxygen. Then we have said water and carbon dioxide will be produced, so we're going to form carbon dioxide plus H2O. Then to balance the equation, we'll teach from here. So we'll just say we have 2 atoms of hydrogen. We have here on the reactant side we have 4 atoms of hydrogen. So to balance, to make these 4, let's put 2 here. So we have balanced. 2 times 2 is 4. Then here we have 4. These 2 will multiply also with oxygen. So now we have 2 atoms of oxygen plus these 2 atoms of oxygen. So I say now 2 plus 2, we have now 4. So to balance this oxygen, which is here, we need to also look at, for example, if let's try to put 2. Is it balanced? 1 carbon, we have 2 carbons. So carbon is not balancing. So let's put also 2 here. So 2 carbon, 2 carbon. But these 2 again will multiply with these 2. So we have 4 here. So 2 times 2, we have 4 plus 2. We have 6. Here we have 4. So we're going to put now 3 there. So the equation is balanced. So that's the first chemical properties of alkenes. Then the second one we'll talk about additional reaction. Alkenes undergoes additional reaction unlike alkanes. So once we say additional reaction, we're talking about how the double bonds must break to accommodate other atoms to be attached to. So examples of additional reaction, the first one we're going to look at is what we call hydrogenation. So under hydrogenation, what happens is this. If I have this ethene, then once it undergoes additional reaction, it means that it will be added to another atoms. For example, let's say we have XY. So this one plus XY, the product now will be carbon and single bond. This double bond will break to accommodate these two atoms to be attached. So this hydrogen, then another hydrogen. Then since the bond has broken, so this one will come here and attach to X. This one again will break and attach to Y. Then you have something like this. So this is the product. That is what happens. So in other words, we're saying whenever an alkene reacts, it turns back to alkane. So we're saying alkenes goes to alkanes, meaning single bond, double bond. From double bond to single bond. That's what happens. So let's demonstrate now using what will make you understand. So the first one we're going to look at is hydrogenation. So these terms are not that they are difficult. So hydrogenation, when we say hydrogenation, just a process. So we have hydrogen, now hydrogenation. So just a process. So hydrogenation, we are saying addition of hydrogen to an alkane. To an alkane to form alkene. To form an alkane. So from alkenes we are forming alkanes. Alkane spelling. That's what you call hydrogenation. So let's get the simple example. We're going to get the same one. This double bond, ethene. When ethene undergoes hydrogenation, so ethene plus hydrogen, it will form single bond. Then one atom of hydrogen, it's here. The other atom of hydrogen, we'll put it here. Then these two hydrogens, one will be here, the other one here, like that. So we have formed now. This one is ethene. This one is ethane. That's a difference. So from alkenes to alkanes. Then the second one, let's look at the other one. All right, or we'll look at the other properties in the other video. So this is what we do whenever we're doing with additional reaction of alkanes. So thank you for watching. We'll meet in the other video.